What is up, traders? Welcome to the official Trade Talk channel where I teach you how to analyze price for the most consistent and higher probable entries so you can become a better trader. In today's video, we are going to discuss the Swiss franc index, the Swissy, and how its price action is relevant to the move we are currently seeing in Bitcoin. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If not, welcome back. The Swiss franc index, also known as the Swissy, is crushing all other currencies trading against it. The Swiss franc is a currency that is considered among investors as a flight to safety, also known as a risk-off asset. This is important because when the Swissy is making a bullish push, it is super relevant, especially if the market conditions are questionable. So in simple terms, if there is uncertainty out there, and believe you me, there is, then this is one of the currencies that tend to get a bullish bounce. So how is this relevant to the current move we are seeing in Bitcoin? Well, I'm glad you asked, Mr. Strawman, that I made up to prove this point. It is relevant because since the massive sell-off we seen in most markets during the March 2020 pandemic, the Fed came out with new monetary policy. This policy consisted of asset purchases and an interest rate haircut all the way down to the scalp. They did this to help put a prop, or support, if you will, underneath the financial markets. Couple that together with government stimulus to most Americans, this in turn gave investors the hint they needed to start buying assets. All of them. You can see this displayed in the price charts. Just go to your favorite bullish asset to around March 2020 and see for yourself. Most of your top investable assets got a massive bullish push. And as the printer went brrr, so did the short sellers' stop losses. The Fed and its hints or speeches are massively important to the investing community, and it has been since all the way back to 2008, when the housing markets took a massive jump off the highest cliff in town. As it splashed down into the murky pond of uncertainty, the investing community did not know what to do. So the US government did what it does best, threw out a life raft and charged double for it. This is a free market after all. Sorry, got a little bit off topic. Damn you, whiskey. Moving on to the charts. The Swiss franc is currently trading in a massive wedge. It has tested the highs and lows of this wedge for quite some time, as you can see here. I believe by watching this specific chart, the Swiss franc index, we can get ahead of the curve. You see, if we get a bullish breakout, then we can look for more weakness in all the other risk on assets. This risk on category does still include Bitcoin for the time being. I know that Bitcoin was invented to be a hedge against the weakening of the dollar through government spending, but as a new or young asset, it is being traded as a risk on currency. This means that when the government is printing money and buying assets, so will investors. According to all the uber bullish influencers on Twitter and YouTube, at this point in time, Bitcoin should be making new all-time highs. But that is not what we are currently seeing in the charts. And trust me when I say this, price is king. Is it possible that we find support and move on to the land of milk and honey, aka new all-time highs? Yes, Mr. Strawman. But the question that is tugging on the back of your neck hairs is, why isn't it? Well, I have explained that already. Bitcoin and most cryptocurrencies will move up in risk-on environments, and we are about to potentially be in a risk-off environment. Since the last Fed meeting, Jerome Powell came out and said, in my oversimplified version, oh shit, we should probably do something about this inflation. I mean, we don't want to look like the Turkish lira, do we? So yes, dear viewer, the Fed has announced interest rate hikes and a tapering of the stimulus or asset purchases in an attempt to get the inflation rate under control. So if you are levered up 100x on Bitcoin around the $50,000 mark because your favorite influencer keeps posting bullish charts, then I ask you to please stop doing that and please start listening to reason. Bitcoin has been ultra bullish since the March 2020 sell-off, back when the Fed instituted the uber bullish monetary policy. Now the Fed is saying, whether you can believe it or not, that they are going to hike rates and taper asset purchases, and we could see this as early as Q2 2022. So please mind your downside risks. Also, if you are in profit, maybe take some of it off the table. You can always buy back in lower, and even though those famous influencers are now saying stuff as ludicrous as, we will probably not even see another bear market on Bitcoin, then please unfollow that person, as they are ignorant and probably just started looking at charts last year, because Bitcoin has had just as many bear markets as it has had bullish markets. So with this, I must say, in all seriousness, the rest of the videos coming out on this channel will be tutorials on how I analyze price. I just wanted to do this video on my second channel as a laugh, but with some sincerity in this time of uncertainty. Please make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel. Flip the bell notifications on to be alerted when I post jewels like this. Make sure you guys trade safe, make sure you trade smart, and as always, happy trading, everybody.